What's up guys, it's Jamie. Welcome back to the channel. I've got an exciting video for you today as we're going to be taking a look at some new cases from CASETIFY for the iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I have been using the iPhone 12 Pro in silver. That's been my main daily driver. And from a case perspective, I've been using a lot of like the Apple leather and Apple silicone cases. One of my most frequently used case is the Baltic blue leather case from Apple. I've checked out a bunch of different clear cases, some of the new silicone cases, and I haven't really found what I would consider to be like that perfect overall case. I really don't even know if a perfect case exists. But one of the situations in which I've found like limitations with the leather case is just from a protection standpoint. So CASETIFY has sent me a few different cases to check out. So I'm going to unbox those. I'll throw them on my phone so you can get a good feel of what they look like. I'll give you my overall take. We'll also do a little bit of a drop test as well so you can see if they are as impact tested as they claim. Also, if you are interested in picking up one of these cases for yourself, you can use a 15% promo code by going to casetify.com/my YouTube channel, which is Jamey Kocan. So that's casetify.com/Jamey Kocan, and you can get 15% off. When you're watching today's video, if you could, go ahead and give it a quick like. That really helps out the channel. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so. I try to come out with videos like this on a weekly basis, so you want to make sure that you don't miss out. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at 3 different case options from CASETIFY. One of the things that I think that's cool is that the case is comprised of 50% recycled materials. Also, the packaging itself is 100% compostable. One of the great aspects about CASETIFY and their offering is just the amount of options. From a personalization standpoint, whether it be all the color options to even just kind of getting your name on your phone if that's something that you're into. It is very difficult. If you go on their site, you can scroll through, you can see that it's going to be very difficult to not find a case that is in alignment with what you're looking for. They have a case for everyone out there. Let's take a look at the first case here. Okay, this thing is loud. So this is the case that's in the sheer, so it's like semi-translucent in the neon yellow color. And it's also in the Pro Impact. With the Pro Impact cases versus the Impact cases, what you're going to have are little nubs of the Cheetah rubber material on the outside of each of the 4 corners, in addition to the interior of the case around the edge itself. This is what's going to get that higher impact resistance. You might not need it, so I think it's kind of cool that you have different options, but I really like the fact that the case itself still remains relatively thin. So from a packaging standpoint, there's just a clear piece on the back. One of the other things that is interesting about this offering is that apparently there is they're antimicrobial. So it kills 99% of bacteria because of a certain coating that they put on their cases. It goes in pretty easy. Like it's not, I remember trying to put it on the OtterBox case and it was wild. So I'm not gonna lie, in terms of just the overall like thinness of it, it doesn't make sense to me that this actually has the drop protection that they're talking about. To be able to drop this from almost 10 feet and not have to worry about it. Granted, I understand these nubs, but the nubs aren't as thick as what you would consider with some of these other cases that talk about just to protect, that really tout that protection. Okay, so the next case is just clear. So this, I think it's clear and frost. The other clear case they have is off-white. So one of the things in just the variety of different color options you can get is you can do like a clear back and then have all different types of colors on the inside around the bezel of the phone. This is the most clear case option that they have. Let me pull this plastic off quick. So one thing that you're going to notice is that while this is their clear case, you still have the white border of the rubber Chi-Tech material on the inside to help for the impact. I mean, the case is just the case is solid. So the big thing when I compare this to some of the other clear cases that I took a look at is this is on the same level of thinness but offering more protection. Now, I really traditionally I wouldn't like if I'm getting a clear case, I would kind of want to have it all the way clear. But it's kind of cool how you're seeing like the inner aspect of the case on your phone when you're clear on clear. Like seeing the rubber white on the outside really doesn't bother me at all. So the last case we're going to be taking a look at, it's another sheer case, but it's in a different color, and I think it's just in the impact version. This is in the Pacific Blue. I have the silver iPhone 12 Pro, but I thought it would be interesting to see like how does a sheer kind of Pacific Blue mesh up with the silver background. I think it'd probably be pretty cool if it's blue on blue, but I wanted to see a little bit of that contrast. So this is just like the neon yellow sheer case, just in the impact version, so you don't have the 4 nubs, and it's in the Pacific Blue color. I think it's nice. I mean, this is obviously much more subtle and subdued than that neon yellow color, but I mean, it's a cool option because you have the advantages of the clear aspect, but with a little bit of a color behind it. And it's also interesting because depending upon the color of your phone itself, how it ends up looking is going to be different. I think one benefit of this silver, which is why I went with silver, is that it's almost like a white, so that it's going to take on more of whatever that color is. I think if it's graphite, it's probably going to look a little bit darker. If it's gold, it might be it would be interesting to see what that looks like. When I look at these 3 different case options, like I think that I really like this clear on clear. I can also see like certain use cases where I would want something like this neon yellow, whether I'm at the pool, if I'm running, whatever. Like I think it would be kind of fun and interesting to have something like that's super bright like this. I mean, I typically am boring. I'm going clear. I'm going like very like non-confrontational colors. So going with something wild would be kind of fun to do. Okay, so now we're going to do the drop test. We're going to start with the impact case. It has around 6.5 feet of drop protection, and then we'll switch over to the Pro impact case, which is like 9.8 feet. Let's see how this goes. So what I'm going to do is I don't have a measuring tape. I'm going to stand, throw my hand up, drop the case, and I think I'll stand on a chair back there to get a little bit higher. We'll make sure that my phone's all good. We'll see how it looks, and wish me luck. They put my phone on vibrate. So put my phone on vibrate, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. Let's go try it again. Even looking at the case, granted this is on like tiled floor. If it's on gravel, maybe it'd be a little bit different, but even looking at the case itself, we're all good. So let's switch over to the Pro Impact case, go a little bit higher, and see how that does. I mean, it's the same thing. The only thing that's I've never really dropped my phone like that before. The only thing I'm finding is that it's weird, like the vibrate will like toggle, but other than that, the thing's perfect. Let's give it another try. Let's give it a little flip this time. Ready to watch. The thing, it's still good. Other than the vibrate switch toggling on and off, there is no damage. I mean, even the case itself is in perfect shape. So I'm not much of like a drop test guy or impact. I'm really not dropping my phone often, but I see a lot of companies, they make these claims. So I'm always a little skeptical when I see that. So before doing this, I was a little skeptical. Thankfully, I have insurance on my phone in case anything did go wrong. But I was super impressed. I mean, when you see how thin this is compared to other cases that I think have similar claims, it's impressive to get that type of protection over a case of this thin. So from a technology standpoint, having like that rubber kind of built in on the inside, or looking at the Pro Impact case and just the utilization of just putting the bumpers on the four corners as opposed to the entire exterior and making it like just a huge brick, I think it's just a very, very smart and unique take on trying to get added protection while also keeping like the thinness and the aesthetics that we're looking for in our cases. That's all I have for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are interested in picking up a case from Casetify yourself, don't forget to use that promo code so you can get 15% off. I will link it in the description below. I'll also pin a comment. But I'd love to hear a little bit about what you guys think, so please comment below. If you haven't already, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next video.